Well, we've had an interesting day today. We've done some planning and made a few phone calls since we talked to you this morning. And to finish up the last half hour, we're going to be talking about sandwiches and bread and butter pudding again, just to give you a recap. Now, sandwiches are the perfect lunchtime meal, and why not? They are portable, practical, and you can almost put just about anything in them. I mentioned the fillings yesterday, and if you like to watch the bread and butter pudding video, please subscribe to that and look up a recipe for it. Well, next week, hopefully, we'll be doing the show live from Manly and giving you our first show offsite in Manly. If the weather is good and will be approved. We have had a very interesting day today, making all sorts of plans, like trying to get into Channel 9, the fire brigade, and the police station. And here's my outsider to tell you about what we have done today.
That's right. Yes, today we've made a monthly plan of what me and Barry want to achieve. So one of Barry's goals is going to Channel 9. So we rang up Channel 9 and we've also emailed through to the security team. We really want to get to Channel 9, so we're going to try all we can to do it.
And we also rang the police station too today to organise a visit with them to find out what goes on behind the scenes at our local police station, what the police do, etc. Here's my outsider.
That's right. We rang the DY police station and we left a message. We also rang the fire brigade at DY and they're very excited to see us. So me and Barry have written that on our schedule. We're going to go see them on the 2nd of October and we're very excited for that.
So rather than doing the shows in the studio like we are now, we're going to be bringing to you the very best with Alana and Barry, and it all kicks off next week. And our first day will be in Manly. Our first show, will be in Manly. So we'll be taking the show on the road, on location in Manly, which will be our first activity of our plan. Now, we do look forward to you watching our program from Manly and the various other places we plan to go with you guys and bring it all to you. And it all kicks off next week, hopefully with some fine weather and stuff like that. So we do hope that you will enjoy the programs. Here's my outsider.
That's right. We've decided that we want to take things outside. We want to get outdoors. We want to show you a different location. So yeah, we've made some plans, and hopefully, yeah, they'll be all approved, and we'll be able to get out into the community and do some fun things.
And we may be able to visit a nursery too and give you some gardening tips
Yeah.
for the summer. So That's our next goal. Visit a nursery and maybe do the show from a nursery. So the shows in the studio from here will now be ceasing for a while because it's a bit boring sitting here just doing the videos from here. So we're going to be bringing to you all of our shows outside, weather permitting, and we hope to have some fun doing the shows to you or bringing the shows to you. We're going to have a lot of fun bringing them to you, and my outsider and I are looking forward to our first show in Manly next week. So we'll be able to show you a lot of interesting things and maybe visit a fish and chip shop. You never know what we might get up to. We might even do an ice cream review too, so that's all starting next week. Before we do go today, just recapping on the fire drill that we did this morning. The tips are always make sure that you are prepared for the fire drill, and here's my outsider right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So summing up today, we've done some fire drill with the fire drill video, and then we've also done a lot of planning today. So it's been a very eventful day, but very productive.
So we started off our show this morning by doing a fire drill and all of that, and it's important that you know your nearest fire exits. And another rule that you should abide by is never go back into a burning building at any account unless the fire wardens say so. So we may be able to give you a few tips on that when we go to the fire station. We may be able to invite a fire truck to come to the house and maybe go through the procedures with you. And also, if the fire alarm does go off, don't just yell fire. Get out of the building as soon as you can. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, exactly right. Always make sure you get out as soon as you can, not stay behind.
And make sure that you and your family are accounted for once you are out of the building. It's the same when we did the fire drill before we came on air at 9 o'clock today. Because it's no good, because a fire drill, it must be done properly. Have your necessary essentials ready, such as your bag, your hat, and your first aid kit. And never leave hot plates on or have kerosene lamps that might be flammable, because if someone knocks it over, it could go bang and explode everywhere. And you don't want your kids or your dogs getting burned. And this brings me in onto nicely the closing sequence. If you see a fire anywhere, call 000 straight away. Tell them the address of the fire and the suburb of the fire and what is on fire, whether it's a school, a service station, um, a shopping centre, hospital, anywhere. And be precise with your information when you phone 000 for the fire brigade, and give them your phone number and the nearest cross street. Here's my offside.
Yeah, exactly right, Barry. You always need to make sure you give the right information about where you are. If you don't know the name of the cross street, always location, nearest item that, like, say for example, you're near a McDonald's. Say that you're near a McDonald's. Always try and identify your location.
And always give the landmark of where you are. Like, say, if there was a fire here, I would say we're near the Narrowena shops or the St. Joseph School. To close the show today, just going over once again, be prepared for your fire drill. Don't muck around, please. Get out of the building, and here's my offsider for her closing message about this now.
Yeah, I agree 100% with what Barry said. It's always important that you get yourself out first. Don't go running back in trying to be a hero. That's what firefighters do. It's very important to ensure that you get out as quick as you can.
And now, and make sure that you know your nearest muster area, such as the bottom of the driveway here at Oceana, like we have one at St. Ives Cash, adjacent to the ambulance station. So if we had to get evacuated at St. Ives, we had to get out of the building as quick as we can. Thank you for joining us for our first Wednesday show together, and we'll see you next week in Manly, and until then, we'll see you on Tuesday at St. Ives Cash. Until then, this is Barry and Alana wishing you a very good afternoon, and here's my outsider to say her farewell now.
Thanks, Barry. Thank you for having me in the studio today. It was really good talking about these important issues that we need to address.
And until we see you again on Tuesday and Wednesday, keep reaching for the stars and enjoy the rest of your week. Good afternoon. Thanks for watching our programs today. Good afternoon, everybody.